Hi friends, this is Gail O'Neill, and I teach stamping. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I'm doing In the Pines, and oh my god, like I only did 4 cards, but the ideas that are floating through my head, I didn't do a lot of stamping. I used the dies. Where are the dies? Here are the dies, and you'll see like what they cut out. I'm going to do a little background there. I also pulled in for one of the cards the Joy dies. And what's the other set? Oh goodness. Oh yeah, Word Wishes. I did one Merry Christmas from that. So let's get going. And lots of different paper. I mean, when you go to use these dies, just, depending on what color, just go through your DSP and see, if you want to do reds, if you want to do, the different greens. Oh, fun. Oh, fun. Okay, so the first card is actually that one, and that's with all the papers I showed you. And the Joy from Joy Dies. So also I use the Old World map again. Love that folder. But I think I'm using the inside today. Okay, so let's just glue that down and get it ready. And we'll put that right there. And if I never told you this before, come on, stay. One of the tips when you think about it, you should cut your cardstock to the size you want it after you run it through the folder. Because there's a lot of folders that they shrink your paper one way or the other. So I usually take 1/4 of a sheet and then cut it after. Otherwise, I'm yelling at myself. Now, please stay. Okay, it's staying. Okay, so I've got these. Now, this was just from a scrap piece of paper that I was like playing with some backgrounds, but that's kind of pretty too. But I did that because whenever I'm going to pop up DSP, I like to back it with another one of itself in cardstock. And that really does keep it from getting saggy. Makes it a little stronger. So there's that. So then I'm just going to take these. Well, you know what? I may as well put it to the card. And that's soft sea foam. I can't see. Let me just move this a little bit. I feel like I'm not totally in. Yes, Marcia, that's the trick. Hi, Julie. Hi, Maxine. Hi, Sean. Thank you. Hi, Karen. Okay, so now let's take these. Oh, and wouldn't these make some great trees? You'll see one of the ones I'm going to do. I could have done it with something like that, but you can do it with all kinds of stuff. It's going to be fun. Okay, so look at that, how nice that would look from Old World. All right, so let's line them up. I'll be like, oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. You can do that. I mean, seriously, how simple is this card? You could, like, whoop up so many of them. And these I actually put them through with the die, all 3 sheets at one time. So, really, you can get a lot done. Look at that. I even got that. Hi, Carol. Thank you. And then that kind of slid a little bit. Maybe nobody will notice. So then just a little bit of glue. Like that. Stay. Come on. It's on there, just it wants to stick to my fingers. Stay. And then I didn't on the other one, but I wish I had these in green. I probably do somewhere. I wonder how. I don't know if that'll look good on all 3. Yeah. Said the little Jewish girl. So there's that one. I'll have to put them on the other one too. Okay, card number 1. We're going to need these again. Do I want to do this one? Or do I want to do that one? I'll do that one. Okay, so that's the card. Now I've got all these pieces, but I'm going to do one thing I didn't on the other. So there should be, this had some gray on it, and I'm just going to edge it. I could have done it in blue too. But this is right here. So I'm going to do it. All right. It's not dark enough. This has a lot of glycerin on it. Okay, that just gives it a little something something. All right, so let's start out gluing this down. Really, I should have stamped my dots first. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so in the set is this little splatter stamp. So we're going to splatter it up a little bit. Okay, and then what I did, now it leaves like a little indentation there, the die, but I don't really think it matters. I mean, you could even use the back side if you wanted. It doesn't show on that, but I didn't. Okay, so that's going to go in the back. So I just want to put it about where I want it. And I'd say that's good. So then, and these I cut 1 3/4. So I'm just going to make a mark, and that's on the back side, so it's not even going to show. And then I'm going to put a little glue. And then just glue it to where you made your marks. Okay, then I'm going to put just a little glue on the bottom there. And glue that down. Okay, so now we're able to stick trees in where we want them. Like that. And then, oh, this is going to go in that one. But what I had to do with this one was trim some of it off. So that's going to go in there. All right, so let's glue all of them down. So, am I still in? I feel like my phone is in a different spot tonight for some reason. I don't know. Okay, and then let's get this one down. And I tried not to make them like all straight across. That side's pretty. And then, so that one's going to go there. And I'll make that one a little taller. And then I'm going to show you how to stamp them once we have these few trees put down. Get in. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the greeting first. So that has a little bit of time to dry because I'm using the VersaFine. And I got to pull it a bit closer to me. Okay. So I'm going to set this aside. And then I'm going to show you a few things with the ink and the trees. So if I take shaded spruce, Okay, so I can stamp that. They also have the pieces for the tree itself, for the bark, but yeah, I don't know. And then this, you just line it up right over, stamp down, and voila. And you don't even have to be perfect. Let me just flip this around because of the glue on it. Okay, so now you can also just stamp these, and they're really pretty, like that. Isn't that pretty? You can also, let's see, I'm just going to grab a lighter shade. All right, so say I take the soft seafoam. Then you can take a marker, or you can take your little ink spots and throw some other color. So this one is, I think, shaded spruce. You can do this on the Stamparatus. I've done some other videos where you stamp it and then you put a little bit more color on it with the marker. So let's see how that looks. So that was just adding one color to it. Pretty, right? So then you could do even more. Let me just... Okay, so we're just going to take and brush on some of that. And then we're going to do some of that again on the sides. Maybe a little on the bottom. So there's how you stamp it. But of course, I have them pre-done and cut out. Now there's one other die in here that cuts out like that. So this is actually like the wrong. I was going to use that for another card. But if you put something that's the right color behind it, it's got lots of possibilities to do with that. Okay, so let's go back to finishing that card. Let me glue this on. And then it's done. Okay. So this, because like it's partly raised there, so I put just one dimensional right up at the top. I think that's all I did. Yes. And the rest I did glue. And it helps to take that little piece off. And I meant to cut part of that off. I wanted it shorter. Okay, and then you can just take a brown marker, or you can stamp it. But I think the marker is easier. Like, yeah. And then this one is going to go right there. Okay, so then I took a little bit of Winkastella. And that's what I used for a little bit of shading under the trees. And then we can even see what's on here. I'm not so sure. Let's see if the color changes a little bit. I'm determined to use these up. Yeah. Yeah, it might work. Not there. Oh. Maybe I'll do 5. That'll really use them up. Do one there. And one there. Looks like a tic-tac-toe board, I'll tell you. So there's that one. Okay, let's go for number 3. And I just need a quick drink. Because she's got dry mouth. Okay. So now we're going to do this one. And I also use the Stitch Stars. Oh, good, I didn't lose that little one. So I've already cut out the Merry Christmas. And I doubled it with some black underneath. Don't go away, star. Okay, so that is the actual card. So if you remember last year, I did a card with the witches. No, what was it? The witch's hat, and I made it into trees. I don't remember. Oh no, I did it the opposite. I'm sorry. I took the tree punch and made it into a witch's hat. My bad. But I did do with that tree punch this kind of tree. I remember cutting them, but it wasn't for this. Yeah. I cut them for the witch's hat, and I layered them for a tree and just cut the bottom off. Yeah, baby. Okay, so we can go ahead and put this down too. Get it over with. All right, so now we're going to take and snip off that. I put them together. I can do it together. And that. And then this one is from Stitch So Sweetly. Stitch So Sweetly. So we're going to just lay them out first. And I think I tilted them in a little bit. I did. And then you just even it up, put that where you want it. So let's get that where I think I want it. Why does my hand keep moving it? Like, hello, stood still. Okay. I moved it anyway. It doesn't matter. All right, so it's gonna go tilt that way. Okay. And you don't have to tilt it, because I don't think I did the first. Well, I did on that one. Please be right. Yeah. Okay, so let's glue this one down. All right, then we can put down the Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. So like that. And then, now I got glue all over. It'll be eraser to the rescue. Okay, so then I took a little star instead of using the dot. And we're going to use that right there. Because you know how those dots from the eyes, like you really lose them. Not that that's so, you know, big you wouldn't lose that either. But okay, and then this one. Just gonna go right there. Tree should have been down a little bit more. Okay. Glue. Dies Not Does. Which does are the Merry Christmas from? They're from Well Written. Well Written dies. These have like a lot of holiday stuff. I know, I use a lot. I know. I knew that one didn't come off. And that's going to go right there. And then we're going to take one of those red jobbers and put it right there in the center of that star and say ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. So there's that one. That was a little smaller, a little shorter. Oh, and I never put that one. And this one I put through the subtle folder. I forgot to do it on that. And it definitely looks better being put through. But it doesn't have to be. It could be whatever you want it to be. Okay, so here's the final one that we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to start out 5 by 3 3/4, and we're going to find that big stamp, which is this one, and we're going to stamp it in Just Jade. So we're going to go up here. Let's see what I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I mean, not that it really matters, because it could be 4. How'd I fit 5? Give me a piece of 1. There we go. Okay, then we're going to take, not the inside, I want the outside. And we're going to do that in the shaded spruce. So we're going to go oh, now you were supposed to be lighter than that, because that showed up better. I'm not sure what I did or didn't do. Maybe it, I don't know, maybe it's going to lighten more. It's very inky. Maybe I stamped off. Let's try that. I just don't want it to come out bad. See, it came out lighter there. Well, oh, and that, yeah, that's the Just Jade. Ah! It's okay. Okay, so now we're going to take, we're going to make a mess is what we're going to do. We're going to make a mess, we are. That's better. Okay, so we're going to take the sponge and the smoky slate. Now I've already got quite a bit of glycerin on here from this afternoon. If I need more, I'll feel it. tell you what, when you have the, like the glycerin on it, it doesn't smudge, like now it's smudging, which is okay because I want like shadow in there. But because it goes over so fast with the glycerin, it doesn't smudge like it's trying to now. Okay. I'm going to say that's enough. It's probably a little more than what I wanted. Let me flip this again. Now I'm going to take Balmy Blue. I'm going to give the pad a squeeze. The glycerin makes the ink like kind of float over the paper, so it goes on smoother and like faster with less, like, you know, when you put your sponge down, sometimes you get that sponge mark. So now I'm using alcohol in here. And you can go right over your ink. It's not gonna change it. And that'll be like a little falling star there. So there's our clouds. I'll go a little bit lighter in here. That'll be a good spot for something. For something. Okay. So we've got that. Now we're going to go back here and we're going to do this one, Season's Greetings, like the other one. If I can find where I put it. Oh, it's hiding behind my Gatorade. So we're going to put that down. Dry, please. All right, so while that's done, so here's the tree, and this one I did on our white shimmer paper. So we're going to pop that up. Maybe if I can find my little things. Did I put them to the right? I did. It's very hot in here. I forgot to put the fan on. I'm sure it's more quiet for you guys though. Oh, right there I want, let's see, scissor. So I'm going to cut just a very thin piece. And put that right in there. So we don't have a saggy trunk. That's going to go I think those trunks are just too long. That's going to go right there. Okay, so now I'm going to come back with the Wink of Stella. And I'm going to do the same thing. I didn't do it on the other one. I used more gray to shadow it. You could bring in a, be careful though, if this hits the ink, it'll move the ink. Where alcohol won't, but this will. Oops. Okay, so it's gonna go on that. And that back side pretty too. It did dry a little lighter, but I like it even lighter. And then we have to cover up that boo-boo. So let's see if those other ones will look decent on that. It's kind of more blue. I know somewhere I have green, but it kind of changes, so it's all right. So let's do one there, and wonder how that one would look. Nah, we'll stick with that. We'll put that right there. Oh, it needs something on the tree, even though out in the forest it really wouldn't have this. But I'll just pull the Jewish card for that. Like, really? I didn't know. Okay. So there is card number 4. There was, I don't like that on there. Go off. Okay. So there is the 1 and the 2. And I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to get rid of all this, bring them back. I'll show you what I colored today, because you know how much I love to color. Where'd it go? Oh, I did this little guy, but I didn't do his background yet. So I will. And the card I did, let me show you real quick. Because I did use Stampin' Up! Paper for it. So this is the one I did yesterday live. So today I cut it out and mounted it on our Christmas paper. Okay, so actually that's the one we did. And that one, and that one. So there they are, guys. Oh, you see my mess. Ah. There they are. And I thank everybody for being here with me tonight. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll be doing more with these because there's a lot of other stamping techniques I kind of have in my mind that you can do with this set. Plus bringing in other things. Because, you know, I love to bring in, like, maybe the little animals or, yeah, or even, like, one of the peoples and stick trees behind them. So, thank you, Tony. So, I will see you on Wednesday with You Know My Motto. I don't know what, but it'll be something. Thanks, everybody. Good night.